Hey, it's Gerald with Open Key Real Estate, and today I'm with Jesse Malek from Axiom Mortgages. Jesse, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Joe?
Doing great. We had a conversation earlier this week about some new programs and some existing programs that you guys provide with a few different avenues that are maybe outside the normal, just buying a home or buying a rental property. And you touched on the rental income.
Yeah. So one of the things that we've been helping a lot of people just to help them get into the market right now, because obviously qualifying for a mortgage with these prices and these rates is a little bit difficult. So I know a lot of people are looking for their dream home, but that might not be a possibility. So one of the ways for somebody just to get into the market is considering buying a duplex or a triplex and actually live in one of the units and rent out the other two units. What that allows you to do is use that rental income to help qualify for that mortgage. So depending on the exact situation, that can add about 50 to 100,000 of purchase price there.
Okay, and then with that too, thinking long term, that would help the buyer of the home or the buyer of the duplex to get to their quote unquote trophy home in a much shorter time.
Absolutely. So the strategy there is obviously you don't want to live in a duplex or a triplex long term if your goal is to have a 3 or 4 bedroom single family home. But to get into the market, that's a great start, because what it does is you now have a property that's building equity, and you have people that are paying that property off for you. So you're not just solely covering the mortgage yourself. So after a few years, maybe you're in a position where you can refinance, pull some equity out of that house, and then use that for your down payment. You can also then rent out your unit that you live in and use that rental income to help qualify for the new house as well.
So if I'm hearing it correctly, instead of paying your landlord's mortgage, not only are you paying yourself first, but other people are also paying you in your home ownership journey.
Absolutely. It's a much better alternative than renting, because you're now basically renting from yourself. You become your own landlord, you're paying yourself each month, and you also have other people that are paying down that mortgage for you as well.
You're financing your dreams.
Exactly.
Amazing. So when it comes to builders and new construction nowadays, what's kind of going on out there? Because we hear a lot of different things happening in the news.
Yeah, so obviously new construction is something that Ontario desperately needs, so it's becoming a much bigger part of the market. So we have a couple cool programs there. The first being a builder's draw program, where you can actually borrow money from the lender, and what they'll do is they'll set that off to the side, and then as the builder requires those deposits based on the completion of the house, the lender will actually issue that money and directly to the lender, to the builder, sorry. And then that way you don't actually have to come out of pocket for those. Obviously you have to pay the interest on the loan during that time, but it's only on the portion that has been advanced, not the total set aside.
Okay, amazing. And then what are we looking at in terms of, just touching on the new builds and the amount of skilled workers coming in from other countries, the new to Canada programs, what's happening in that aspect of the mortgage industry?
Yeah, so obviously immigration is a very prominent thing in Canada right now. So we have a lot of people coming to Canada, and they're wanting to purchase their house. Now, typically you have to have 2 years of employment in order to qualify for a mortgage. With a new somebody that's new to Canada, they actually waive that requirement. So you basically need to pass that probationary period. So if it's only 3 months, which is pretty typical, once you get past that 3-month period, you're good to go.
Amazing.
One other cool point about that is we actually have one lender that allows us to, if you have a spouse that is still living in your home country, we can actually use that income as well. We can just basically convert it to Canadian dollars, use 70% of that income, and we can help qualify that way as well.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse. Well, thanks so much for popping in and helping us out with some great information regarding the mortgage industry and the housing market. How do people get in touch with you?
So you can easily search me on the internet, Jesse Malek. My website is malek.ca, Malek. You can also just give me a call, 519-870-3503.
Amazing. Thanks so much.
Thank you.